Good evening and welcome, Red Mountain students, community, staff, and most importantly, the class of 2020. My name is Alex Prufnick, the student body president, and I am honored and humbled to welcome everyone to our 2020 virtual graduation ceremony. The past couple months have been hard for everyone, especially for seniors. And although this ceremony may be bittersweet and not what we expected when we dreamt of it, we still made it. We still have 3 years and 3/4 worth of high school memories to look back on. And even though we didn't get our last well-deserved quarter, we still made it. Seniors, we accomplished something that no other graduating class can say. A tragic global pandemic stripped our last moments away, and we still made it. If that's not something to be proud of, then I don't know what is. One thing is for sure, representing a school that has 2 Flynn Scholars, 3 National Merit finalists, 2 students with a 5.0 GPA, and a football team that made it to the 6A state championship game. And overall, just amazing people across the board. My fellow seniors, you have made me extremely proud to be your president. Because of this, I would like to leave you with what my Uncle Dan left me when he passed away in 2019. A poem by Lord Byron that reads this: "So we'll go no more a roving, so late into the night, though the heart be still as loving, and the moon be still as bright. For the sword outwears its sheath, and the soul wears out the breast, and the heart must pause to breathe, and love itself have rest. Though the night was made for loving, and the day returns too soon, yet we'll go no more a roving by the light of the moon." My Uncle Dan was content when no longer roving because he had roved so much that he experienced everything he wished for. But seniors and everyone else listening, as soon as we return back to our normal lives, never stop roving. I believe in every single senior graduating next to me. Become the best version of you and create your passion. Never stop roving. Thank you. Wherever you might be watching, will you please join me and stand for the national anthem? At the conclusion of the national anthem, please remain standing for the singing of Red Mountain's alma mater.
Good evening, class of 2020. Welcome and thank all of you, our parents, our family members, for the support you have given to your children. Graduates, please take a moment to recognize your parents, family, and friends that have supported you throughout the years. I will begin by recognizing two district leaders who have joined us in our celebration, Mrs. Elaine Miner, on behalf of the Mesa Public Schools Governing Board, and Mrs. Teresa Baca, Assistant Superintendent of Special Education. Thanks to the both of you for your support of Mesa Public Schools and our graduates. Well, when most of you entered Red Mountain 4 years ago, and before that began school 13 years ago, these circumstances of graduation were not what we had in mind. While we are not sitting with each other on our football field tonight, we do remain together through our experiences, accomplishments, and our connections with each other that have been established throughout the years and will continue for many more. This class of 2020 has been faced with an adversity that most have never seen. They met it head on, made the best of it, and have proven that we are in great hands with all that you have and will accomplish for many years to come. You are resilient, compassionate, understanding, creative, adaptive, and driven. When school shut down and learning changed, you answered, you responded, you remained positive, you motivated us as a staff and kept us going. I would take our kids in this class of 2020 at Red Mountain High School and put you up against any kids at any time, in any place. The real world does not begin for you tomorrow. You have been living in the real world since the day you were born. Your whole life, through tears and laughter, through joy and in defeat, through love and heartache, you kept getting up, smiling, and trying again. You woke up early, stayed up late, balanced school, work and activities, dealt with family accomplishments and tragedy, all with the belief that you would do great things, and tonight is a celebration of your success. You have reached another milestone with many more to come. Let's take the time to thank all of you and let you know how much we appreciate you. As a result of all your efforts and hard work over all these years, I want to share a few of your accomplishments. You'd think I'd get this right if it was virtual, but it's real, I guess. Academics, in the area of academics, we have 125 seniors with a 4.0, which includes 37 at 4.5. We have 2 seniors with a 5.0. That's the first time in Red Mountain's history. 2 Flynn Scholars, 8 National Merit Commended Scholars, 2 National Merit Scholars, 9 National Hispanic Scholars, 1 National AP Scholar, 4 Presidential Scholars semifinalists, 33 Advanced STEM Diplomas, 46 4-year STEM Pathway Diplomas, 21 AP Capstone Diplomas, 1 National Honor Society Scholarship recipient, 9 Army enlisted, 7 Marines enlisted, 1 U.S. CTE Presidential Scholar nominee. It's quite some accomplishments. In the area of athletics, we were state runner-up in the 6A football championship this year. We had 9 all-state athletes, 34 all-region athletes, 4 second-team all-state Division I athletes, individual region champion in girls cross country. We were state champions in cheer. We can cheer for that. 1 sectional championship in girls cross country. We had 5 region champions as teams. We had the East Valley Region Player of the Year in boys golf. In the area of activities, Red Mountain won the Mayor Challenge for Economic Education and has advanced to the national competition. Student Council, 3 awards given to student councils at the state level. Red Mountain Student Council won all 3 of them at the highest level. For the 6th year in a row, we won Platinum Service, Platinum Charity, and an Outstanding Council Distinction Award. In the area of welding, welding students placed gold in the Welding Without Borders contest for the 2nd year in a row. Engineering had 3 teams led by seniors that received national or international awards / recognitions this year. 2 different teams competed in NASA competitions and were selected as some of the best in the country. A team competed in the Real World Design Challenge, won the state of Arizona, and was awarded the Best International Business Case at the international competition. To areas of service learning, students in the class of 2020 have accumulated over 20,000 service hours in their 4 years of high school. Tonight, over 100 seniors will be graduating with the Service Learning Honor for Excellence. These students have dedicated their time and energy by partnering with organizations such as the Boys and Girls Club, Feed My Starving Children, Special Olympics, and Banner Health, to name a few. Club Diversity raised over $2,000 for Christmas Angels, and Club Interact worked with a lot with the Special Olympics in the fall, for example, with their soccer program. Thank you. Well, I now have the privilege of recognizing the top 20, which is actually 22 this year, academic elite for your graduating class. As I call your name, even though you're not here, please stand and be recognized, and your picture will come across the screen. Remain standing until the end of the recognitions. Elijah Reeb, he's one of the 5.0. Chase Rawlick, another 5.0. Hannah Pond, Sophia Judd, Maya Chatham, Sage Liu, Paige Lotman, Mason Mineta, Rex Oakland, Heather Jensen, Ben Lemon, McKay Miller, Raj Tiger, Alexis Benson, Jacqueline Labados, Carolina Meza, Aaron Clancy, Jackson Gilb, Josh Shoemaker, Marko Stevanovic, Ben Schutz, and Ben Bray. Please join me in recognizing these academic leaders. This community in Red Mountain High School is a special place, and it begins with our students. That is evident in so many accomplishments that we have mentioned. This class, more than ever, serves an example of what makes us special. All of you will soon start a new chapter in your life as opportunities will come. Life will take all of you in many different directions, but you will always have each other, the experiences, together, the support of all those joined together tonight. Tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. Meet it with enthusiasm and excitement, and know that your impact and your influence on so many people will be remembered forever. On this mountain, we stand as one. Thank you. I would like to introduce Elijah Reeb to present our first senior address.
Welcome, fellow graduates of the Red Mountain Class of 2020. I hope you all have had a safe and easy transition from the school routine to our new quarantine reality. I have had a tough time sleeping and will admit that I have had a difficult time adjusting. It was harder. The place that I spent most of my days the last 4 years was harder to leave than I expected. School was pretty repetitive. There was the same hustle from history class on one side of campus to math class on the other. The same homework, whether it was worksheets or essays, that made me think, when will I need this in the future? The same rush to find time to talk with friends between classes. It may have been the same or close to the same, and I'll admit that it was tiring. But this rhythm also provided comfort. There was little question as to what came next each day, and if I was stressed, it was usually because something was going on outside of school. Now we will all move on to our own paths of change, paths into the unknown. Whether it is just part of graduating or intensified by this pandemic, I think we may all be wondering, what does the future hold? Part of this answer, believe it or not, may come from Jeff Bezos, the really, really rich guy, who once said, what we need to do is always lean into the future, when the world changes around you and when it changes against you. What used to be a tailwind is now a headwind. You have to lean into that and figure out what to do, because complaining isn't a strategy. I like this idea of leaning. Leaning into uncertainty allows us to stay where we are physically, but still reach out to see things or people. If we want to see around a corner, but don't want to fully expose ourselves for fear that there may be something dangerous, like our economics teacher, we can lean out a little and see what is lurking. If we're sitting in the middle of math class and the teacher's going on about something boring, obviously we can't stand up and leave or lie down on the floor. So we may lean forward in our chair and look for the deeper pearls of knowledge the teacher might just be alluding to that we didn't quite understand, which made it boring at first. Leaning allows us to stay in one place, but to gain perspective or comfort. It takes something unknown or unpleasant and makes it more approachable. Bezos' advice to lean into the future is saying that we are getting a small taste of it before it happens, so that we are ready when the full force arrives. Leaning can have a different meaning as well. This comes from our dependency on other people. We have leaned on or relied on many people throughout our high school journey. I appreciate having this opportunity to express our gratitude. Thank you to all the support staff and teachers at Red Mountain. Teachers put so much of their work into all of their students and make many sacrifices of time to help them. They stay after hours for tutoring, or they allow retakes and resubmission so students can improve their grades. Now they have created new formats to teach online due to the quarantine. Thank you to the administrators for keeping the school safe and running on schedule. They manage the sporting events, performances, and dances that we have enjoyed. Thank you to our new principal, Mr. Eagleberger, who took on the challenge of leading us through this year during the added difficulty of the pandemic. He was always there with his signature bow tie and crazy socks to provide a bit of nerdy humor. Thank you to all the parents and families for their sacrifice. For some, it may just be getting us to and from school. For others, it's encouraging us to exceed while checking the parent portal, as annoying as that may be for some of us. The coronavirus has reminded us to give recognition to those behind the scenes who don't always receive it. Those who come after school to clean, who drive the buses, who work in the office. The counselors, the coaches, the security guards, the lunch staff, and the substitutes, even that one that just takes a nap. Without everyone doing their part, the school would not function, even all of the video production staff, so we can take the virtual walk to receive our diplomas. We have leaned on these people in the past, but now we will have to face the future, not alone, but as more independent adults with others whom we can lean. Graduation ends an era in our lives. It is where we celebrate our hard work, our accomplishments, our promotion, and our future. Graduation, even under quarantine, is about looking to the future. We must accept that the future is full of unknowns, but that in order to be prepared, we have to lean into it. We have to lean before we can move forward. Congratulations, Red Mountain Class of 2020. Now, I know I've talked this whole time about leaning, but remember that after we lean, we stand strong. We are all doing this together. On this mountain, we stand as one. Thank you, and may the force be with you. And now I'd like to introduce Chase Rollick as our second senior speaker.
Good evening, Red Mountain teachers, students, parents, and guests. Before I begin, I just want to get a couple of things straight here. First, I'm going to try to keep this speech brief because 1, Mr. Grantham told me to, 2, if it's going well, then I want to stop while I'm ahead, and 3, if it's not, then I want to stop before the virtual tomatoes are thrown. Another thing is this. I'm going to try to make this as far from cliche as possible. Not only is this not a normal speech, I mean, I don't even have a live audience to break into spontaneous applause, which I know the class of 2020 can do. Sorry, Jostins. But also, we are not a cliche class, and I believe that both my fellow classmates and teachers can agree on at least that. We as a class have faced a lot of adversity. And yes, I see the irony. I just said I wasn't going to be cliche, and now I'm talking about how we have overcome adversity. Stay with me, okay? We really have. We were born in the wake of 9/11. Then we lived through multiple times where the world was supposed to end, like that one with the Mayan calendar in 2012, and then that other one in 2018 with Planet X, and then there was that whole Fortnite thing. Now we're graduating during a pandemic. And as a result of all of this, and in addition to all of our own personal obstacles, we've become a rather resilient group. In fact, I think there are a lot of traits that we as a class possess. We're groundbreaking, for instance. We were the first class to employ the one-to-one technology system for all 4 years of high school. We're also innovative, both in our use of this technology and in our use of paper clips to fix this technology. I'm sure there are many other colorful adjectives our teachers and parents would use to describe us, but I'm going to stick with just these. The coronavirus hasn't been fun for any of us, but there are a few things we can take away from this whole situation. We can learn to appreciate things that we may have taken for granted before. School is one example, not just the access to education, but the access to friends and teachers and social activities. And I'm pretty sure I've even heard some people say, "I miss school." Crazy, right? It also gives us time to spend with our family and loved ones, helping to solidify or create those relationships. And it gives us the opportunity to develop a new hobby or to do something that maybe we didn't have time for before this whole thing. That isn't me, but I'm sure there are some people who have taken that opportunity. I think the coronavirus has brought us closer together as a community. People are making signs, chalking their driveways, and group video calling. And while we're separated physically, we've connected in other ways. And all of this, not taking things for granted, spending time with loved ones, developing new hobbies, finding ways to connect with one another virtually, it's essential for us before we move into the next part of our lives, as it's our job to continue to define the normal of tomorrow. But let's not sugarcoat things. This sucks. Coronavirus sucks. And part of the reason it sucks so much is that we're losing out on a lot. We aren't getting a senior prom, and we aren't getting a senior ditch day. And though some of us will say this is the longest senior ditch day in the history of mankind, we all know it's not as fun when it's approved by parents and teachers. And we aren't getting a graduation ceremony. We're missing many of the culminating events that should mark our senior year, our 12th year of school. And this is completely out of our control. There are a few things, though, that we can control. We can control our attitude and our mentality every day we wake up. We can wake up looking to make the most of the day, leading with a positive mindset. We can also control what we do each day, finding creative ways to enjoy ourselves while being safe amidst the quarantine. And while we can't control others or their mindsets, we can do our best to have a good influence on them in whatever way possible. And we, being a tried and tested class, definitely have the ability to do this. Okay, I see Mr. Grantham checking his virtual watch, which must mean it's time to start wrapping things up. I know this wasn't how we pictured it, but in making the best of a bad situation, we, the class of 2020, stake our place in history. We become the first and hopefully only class to do it like this, and I think we can take some pride in that, being as we've now done what no other graduating class has. There are positive ways to spin this, and even the most negative aspects we take with a grain of salt because we know it's for the greater good. But we have to remember that it isn't just us, the students, who've been waiting for this day to come. For our parents and teachers, this has been just as hard, if not harder. Not only do they have to cope with this themselves, but they have to do their best to console us as well. And I want to thank them and all they've done for us during these times, as well as thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. I hope we can all, in our own ways, enjoy and celebrate what we've accomplished in the last 12 years. And, as the great Thomas Edison once said, when it comes time to graduate and there's a pandemic, make sure to treat the kids like royalty and give them whatever they want because they deserve it. I think I have that right. I read it on the internet, so it's got to be true. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I know you'll have an amazing future. And congratulations again to the incredible and incredibly unique class of 2020. Next, Associate Student Body Treasurer Michael Stell will present the senior gift.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Stell, and I'm your Student Body Treasurer. If you've met me, I'm sure you know of my love for Marvel. We have all learned so much throughout our high school experience, but these movies have just as much to teach. Tony Stark once said, "It's not about me, it's not about you, it's not even about us. It's about legacy. It's about what we choose to leave behind for future generations." Many renovations have been done while the class of 2020 has been at Red Mountain. And the biggest that we are leaving behind, our legacy, is an upgraded amphitheater. The grass, the stage makeover, and something we didn't get to install after spring break because of this virus. We will be adding speakers, and our senior gift will be the gift that keeps on giving. An improved place for lunch, shows, and yes, even some pep assemblies. My wish to all the underclassmen is that you take advantage of these new installments and find a way to make new memories and leave your own legacy. To the class of 2020, part of the journey is the end. And my friends, we have reached our end. We made it. Thank you. We would like to welcome Miss Dahlia Starks, who will give this teacher address. Mrs. Starks was chosen by the senior class for her honor.
I want to start by thanking all my students I have had for the past 16 years. You may not know it, but I have learned and grown from getting to know each and every one of you. You, my students, have given me joy, laughter, tears, things to talk about at the dinner table with my family, and memories that I will always remember. Your success is my bonus. Your growth is my commission. You are the reason why I love my career. You are the reason I look forward to going to work, to teach you, to hear about your crazy weekends, your sarcastic replies, and your excuses as to why your work isn't complete. Every day you brought joy and laughter in our classroom, and because of that, I will miss every single one of you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for everything. I would like to share 2 quick stories with you to explain the gift you, my students, have given to me, and to show the amazing lifelong happiness that students give teachers. A young Australian boy opened a birthday gift from his grandfather. He was so excited as he opened the gift. He got his very first boomerang. The boy played with his boomerang day in and day out. Each time he practiced, he would get closer and closer to having it go the full 360 degrees and come back to him. Time went by, and that boy was now a man. He found himself reminiscing of all the time he spent throwing that boomerang and the joy he felt when it finally came back. My students, you are my boomerang. We have all spent our ups and downs together. We have laughed, we have cried. There have been moments of heartache and moments of pure joy. The best for me as your teacher is when you finally make it back. This might not be in the physical sense, but an email to simply say hello, telling me about your mission, wedding invitations, baby shower invitations, a picture from your college sports team, a college graduation announcement, a message from a sibling, the random pop-ins to my classroom, and showing up dressed in your military uniform. The communication of knowing that you are making it in life, however that looks to each one of you, that is the best present a teacher can ever get. I now want to share a real-life example of the kind of connection a teacher strives to achieve with their students. A few weeks ago, during a faculty video conference, I was told that I would be receiving the award for Teacher of the Year. In the middle of the announcement, my husband came running downstairs from where he was working. The teacher that made the biggest impact in his life had called to tell him of the award I won. Teachers can be lifelong mentors. Mr. Pagel, who was my husband's teacher over 20 years ago, is now a family friend. I admire the relationship they have and will strive to continue to create those lifelong relationships with you, the class of 2020, all of my previous students, and all future Mountain Lions. I would like to leave you with some words of encouragement. When I was a student at Fremont, Red Mountain, and Skyline, many of the security guards, teachers, and staff would tell you that at a point in my life, I was not going down the right path. I had teachers who inspired me, counselors who pushed me, my parents who supported me, never giving up on me even though I wanted to give up on myself. But yet, here I am today. Mr. William Tecu, my senior English teacher from Skyline, is the one who inspired me to become an English teacher. I was accepted to ASU, and all I wanted was to hurry through and become a teacher. Through objections from counselors, I turned my 4-year program into 3. I became a teacher at 21 years old. When I decided to complete my master's program, I found out I was pregnant with my second son. So, I finished my master's program in 1 year. Set goals. Do not take no for an answer. Strive daily to reach your potential. This world is what you make of it. Do not settle. Make something of yourself. Dream big. Live a happy life. My wish for each one of you is that you become everything you were meant to be and more. Climb that mountain. Change the world. If anyone can do it, it is the class of 2020. Thank you all so much for this wonderful honor of being awarded the Teacher of the Year. I look forward to seeing all of you achieve greatness. I would like to invite Mr. Eagleberger back to the podium for the presentation of the class.
It is with great pride that I present the Red Mountain Class of 2020. I hereby certify that these students have satisfactorily completed the course of study prescribed for graduation by the Mesa Unified School District's Governing Board and the requirements of the Arizona State Board of Education. Graduates, you may be seated. To congratulate the class of 2020, it is my pleasure to introduce Mesa Public Schools Assistant Superintendent Teresa Baca.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Teresa Baca, and I'm the Executive Director of Special Education. It is such an honor to welcome students, parents, and community to tonight's unique event. This, of course, is not how we imagined our graduation would look like. With virtual goodbyes, you will always be a part of history. We're all a little unsure right now, and that's okay. We're entitled. But know that history will regard the class of 2020 as being a class of strength and resiliency. It is now my pleasure to introduce President Minor of the Mesa Unified School District Governing Board, who will accept the class of 2020 and confer diplomas. Congratulations all.
Good evening. It is both an honor and a privilege to be able to participate in the Red Mountain High School 2020 graduation. Not only is 2020 an historical year and this an historical event, but it's also like a launching pad into the rest of your life where you will be making some very important decisions in the next few years. These decisions will probably affect the rest of your lives. My hope for you is that you take them very seriously and that you work as hard in making those good decisions as you have worked hard in your high school years. With that, Mr. Eagleberger, I accept the class of 2020 and confirm that these students have satisfactorily completed the Mesa Unified School District's and the Arizona State Board of Education's requirements for graduation. Congratulations.
Elijah McCoy Reeb. Alexander Isaac Prufnick. Michael Douglas Stell. Mackenzie Cheyenne Stein. Jason David Aaron. Dylan Paul Abbott. Jared Adam Abramson. Micah Alexander Acero. Michael Elizabeth Adams. Kaylin Renee Adamski. Alexandra Aguilar. Ruben Alejandro Albanese. Kyle Joseph Albrecht. Caitlin Erica Alex. Corey Michael Alexander. Brett Andrew Allen. Byron Scott Allen. Jordan Marie Alvarez. Jessica Michelle Amstutz. Ryan James Andrews. Alexandria Christine Angeles. Carter Thomas Antebby. Elise Yvonne Anspa. Maya Elena Armstead. Miles Angel Armstrong. Nick Stephen Ariola Borja. Isaiah James Artis. Bianca Aline Asensio Young. Kaylee Jane Ashby. Michael Allen Ask. Carmen Victoria Avalos. Stephanie Emily Avalos Padilla. Marco Antonio Ayon. Kendra Drew Bailey. Alexander James Baker. Tegan Marie Baker. Chase Thomas Balsley. Brissa Jasmine Bandarios. Calvin Jux Artesh Barcena. Dylan James Barnes. Rami Kathleen Barnes. Gwyneth Lillian Barney. Tia Ashlyn Barrow. Catherine Alexis Bartlett. Haley Marie Bateman. Jaden Blue Star Batista. Jude Galahad Bataglino. Randy May Baugh. Brooke Madison Baumgartner. Blake William Beckham. Jackson Cole Beecher. Pearl Helena Beeson. Luke Tyson Beisner. Brandon Michael Bello. Madeline Rayleigh Benally. Aaliyah Renee Bennett. Alexis Anne-Marie Benson. Nathaniel Edwin Berglund. Christopher Paul Bernard. Wyatt Michael Burtis. Christopher Lee Birch. Parker Hayden Bickle. Ryan Justin Binga. Connor Matthew Blakeman. Isaac Alante Blevins. Megan Mackenzie Bob. Roland Sage Bodie. Michael Jerome Boley Jr. Jordan Scott Bone. Hiram Craig Boren. Jacqueline Rochelle Boren. Tage D. Boren. Harrison James Borgman. Samuel Arthur Boswell. Natalie Jade Bolter. Alexis Nicole Bordos. Gabriel Allen Bourgeois. Jacob Riley Bowman. Lexa Mary Boyles. Haley Diane Bradford. Benjamin Dwayne Bray. Tatum Michelle Brenneman. Tyler Allen Brinkerhoff. Jude Lowell Britton. Paige Nicole Broman. Luke Anthony Brook. Bobby Michael Holden Brookins. Ayana Nicole Brown. Kayla Renee Brown. Marcus Emmanuel Brown. Christian Jacoy Brown Aubrey. Kyler Jacoby Brown Aubrey. Kaya Aubrey Bruckman. Reese Gabriel Brugman. Rylan Zachary Budge. Andrew James Bukowski. Molly Melissa Bunker. Connor John Burkhard. Alexander James Burdick. Kiara Dawn Berger. Tiffany Nicole Berger. Jason William Burt. Naomi Hunter Bush. Alicia Rose Butler. Zachary Daniel Butterfield. Cole M. Wellington Bybee. Alexandra Nareda Cahill. Isabella Inez Campos. Elizabeth Campos Laurent. Kimberly Lauren Carbone. Julian David Cardenas. Alberto Cardona Cervantes. Megan Elizabeth Carpenter. George Martin Carrillo Jr. Diego Andres Casillas. Olivia Rose Cassidy. Luis Gabriel Cassin Magoso. Isaiah Leo Castaway. Thomas Richard Castellanos Arroyo. Anthony Lee Castillo. Tanner Cruz Castillo. Jeffrey Jose Castro. Eduardo David Castro Burgara. Patricia Aurora Castro Ruiz. Shazine Ariel Salso. Jasmine Cervantes Hernandez. Soraya Lari Jabaria. Juan Fernando Chan Tiso. Nathalie Julissa Chan Garcia. Alyssa Diane Chapman. Andrew Edwards Chapman. Maya Maria Chatham. Elisa Javita. Christian Michael Cherry. Samantha Puyen Chung. Holmes Jonah Chisholm. Zachary Ray Chrisman. Erin Therese Clancy. Camel Area Claridge. Bradley Paul Clark. Raina Emma Clark. Alexis Clay. Isabel Ashley Clem. Cole William Klein. Ashley Renee Clinton. Kylie Aaron Coates. Cameron Lee Coffey. Atria Sage Coffinger. Sydney Lisette Cohen. Gracie Irene Collingsworth. Casey Christelle Combs. Benjamin Gerald Cook. Lauren Ann Cook. Tyler James Cook. Costin Jason Cooley. Faith Christina Cordero. Madeline Pearl Cordishi Hinson. Marco Antonio Cos Romo. Jasmine Marianne Kraft. Suzanne Rochelle Craig. Abigail Marie Crawford. Carson Ray Krieger. Kyle Garrison Cronin. Matthew Tyler Crook. Wyatt Dale Crosby. Connor Jacob Crow. Michael Emery Cruz. Soren Derek Dahl. Natalie Jane Dolan. Anya Diane Dalton. McKenna Marie Daly. Cameron Jordan Daniel. Andres Raider Daniels. Braden Robert Darling. Storm Dawson Darling. Zachary Quinn Dassenbrock. Jonathan Scott Davidson. Cami Renee Davis. Joshua David Davis. Alexandra Shea Davison. Tripper Garland Cabrera de la Cruz Jr. Francisco de Luna Jr. Derek Eugene DeCrosta. Jaden Riley D. Andre Joro Carcha de la Vega. Stephanie Brianna Delgadillo. Minot Akram Demtree. Taylor Marie Dengler. Ashley Vita Forrest Denny. Sierra Miranda Margaret Dent. Oscar Diolarte. Kiara Renee Deschong. Chase LaRue De Thomas. Braden Daniel Dewey. Noah Daniel Dilworth. Megan Riley Dingle. Jackson Hugo Richard Ditfa. Michaela Marie Donahue. Logan C. Drapo. Mackenzie Elizabeth Duarte. Riley Danielle Doomler. Dakota Prescott Duffalo. Cassidy Tia Duncan. Destiny Dawn Duncan. Ryan Arthur Dunker. Ryan Craig Durham. Rex Gregory Dyer. Rhiannon Tyler Dyer. Matthew Dale Easter. Tijay Queens Ebony Newbins. Nina Rubaniva Edwards. Blake Alexander Eiler. Naomi Grace Erkey. Deontay Rocky Landon Elliott. Daniel Alejandro Ellsbury. Emma Marie Elsner. Kai Ray Emerson. Cody Ethan Emery. Matthew Ryan Erb. Spencer Cole Irvin. Fred Christopher Espinosa Jr. Carla Natalia Espinosa Renteria. Annabelle Alexander Espinosa. Tyler Javier Espinosa. Christina Marie Estevillo. Austin McKay Evans. Brenna Carl Everett. Quinn John Farber. Megan Elizabeth Fairchild. Vincent Anthony Falco. Madison Marie Feltz. Matthew Taylor Fessler. Madison Elise Filkins. Alexander James Finlay. Xavier Michael Flavin. Jaron Christopher Fleck. Carly Rose Flagel. Elena Flores. Victoria Vianney Flores. Carson Jared Foster. Bruno Franco Moreno. Samantha Rachel Fredrickson. Graham Sebastian Freeman Jr. Jose Joan Frias Ruiz. Chance John Lynn Yu Frechny. Riley Aaron Gallagher. Ryan Jeffrey Galloway. Tanya Jacqueline Galvez. Megan Julie Gamble. Alejandro Garcia. Axel Eduardo Garcia. Caroline Garcia. Selena Garcia. Yaneli Suzette Garcia. Connor James Gardner. Joshua Logan Gardner. Tyler Paul Gardner. Edison Maxwell Garris. Cassidy Brooks Gavin. Megan Elise Geiler. Joseph John Gherkin. Daniel Joseph Gerlach. Jackson Tyler Gilb. Jaden Christopher Gillespie. Gavin Michael James Edward Gilmore. Caleb Curtis Godwin. Adam James Golub. Jasmine Ray Gomez. Roman Miguel Gomez. Ryan Mateo Gomez. Joaquin Galvin Gonzalez. Julia Teresa Gonzalez. Jennifer Arlette Gonzalez Guerrero. Miles Patrick Gordon. Lily Alexis Gould. JC Brianne Graffius. Kyan Grace Granger. Trista Marie Gregory. Gershant Singh Gruel. Jacob Zundell Griffin. Joshua Wayne Griffin. Katie Ann Groschner. Joshua Michael Grubbs. Zachary Culverhouse Guess. Andrew Lucas Garola. Desianet Armani Gutierrez. Omar Sanchez Gutierrez. Katia Daniela Gutierrez Neri. Jabril Ibn Robert Habil. Camden Roy Hall. Colleen Rosemary Hall. Logan Christopher Hall. Joseph Andrew Halloran. James Ryan Hamilton. Caitlin Joe Hancock. Preston Jones Haynes. Nicole Marie Harper. Ethan Michael Harris. Claire Alexandra Hartley. Peyton Elizabeth Hathaway. Brooklyn Elise Heap. Zoe Von Heck. Raul Eli Haneke Ortega. Janie Marie Helgeson. Nicole Marie Hemmerlin. Josie Dawn Henderson. Michael James Alonso Henning. Nicole Lynn Henriquez. Callista L. Henry. Abigail Lee Hensley. Ty Scott Herman. Ian James Hernandez. Daniel Hernandez Mendez. Brandon Lee Herrera. Sutton Christine Hickey. Sarah Irene Hyrath. Nevea Aaron Hiffler. Parker Stewart Higgins. Braden Thomas Hill. Matthew Charles Hillary. Madison Sherry Hobson. Mason Kyler Hoffman. Gracie Jane Holt. Cameron Lee Hopper. Giovanna Alexis Hoskin. Peter Demetrios Hollis. Alyssa Rose Howell. Ashlyn Marie Howie. John Thomas Hoyman. Quentin Davis Huffman. Aubrey Jade Holska. Tanner James Hunter. Ammon John Houston. Courtney Ann Incardone. Krista Alyssa Inman. Michaela Demara Irizarry. Carson Lawrence Jackalone. Davion Lamont Jackson. Alexander Stephen Jacobs. Brooke Taylor Jacobs. Parker Matthew Jacobs. Daniel Perez Jaime. Bryce David James. Taylor Marie James. Bryce Anthony Jameson. Kira Jordan Jaquette. Xenia Jewel Jenkins. Ronald James Jennings. Heather Laurel Jensen. Lacey Michelle Jett. Joshua Daniel Jewett. Daniel David Jex. Nicholas Thomas Jimenez. Colton Wyatt Johnson. Haley Lynn Johnson. Haley Nicole Johnson. Marissa Consuelo Johnson. Xavier Orson Johnson. Seth Dale Johnson. Tyler Austin Johnson. Cameron Tyler Johnson Ruiz. Desiree Lynn Jones. Trenton Joseph Jones. Kaylee Love Joyce. Joshua Carter Juba. Sophia Marie Judd. Hayden Dwight Jewers. Nicole Amberlynn Jump. Abigail Ann Cable. Casey Adele Kaler. Raina Joyce Kalb. Kaylee Ann Callis. Hannah Jordan Kaminsky. Roman Shafiq Karache. Julian Daniel Bath Karaki. Austin William Keeler. Russell Julian Keene. Zachariah James Kellett. Matthew Major Kelly. Ryan Christopher Kelly. Jeremy Russell Kirby. Nicholas Matalise Kerr. Robert Orion Kesterson. Braxton Avery Ketchum. Justin Michael Ketterling. Alyssa Catherine Killian. Thomas Killian Schlater. Cody Bedford King. Davion Cole King. Ian Robert King. David Andrew Klauka. Jocelyn May Kleinman. Megan Ariana Kleinschmidt. Delaney Grace Klingert. Daniel Jesus Nis.
Chase William Rollick. Bailey Ray Konasek. Scott Evan Konechny. James Philip Kufidakis. Summer Nicole Kraus. Sarah Marie Kraus. Cody Owen Crayer. Jaden Ray Kulla. Haruki Kuno. Floyd Domingo Lacey Guzman. Jean Franco Lacopola. Christopher Michael Ladd. Catherine Nicole Laird. Caleb Charles Langeneckert. Jessica Ann Langer. Kyle Stephen Lara. Logan Paul Lee. Nathan David Lease. Parker James Leffler. Benjamin Benton Lemon. Brianna Jaleesa Lemus. Emily Ismarai Lemus. Andrea Leone. Colton James Levensky. Zachary Richard Lewis. Ying Lee. Venus Sawalia Leichlang. Michael David Lindberg. Matthew Koalil Liu. Sage Mai Liu. Jacqueline Labatos. Calvin Soltero Locke. Brian Moises Lomas. Amber Sky Looper. Alfredo Lopez. Annabelle Victoria Lopez. Esteban Leonardo Lopez. Manuel Benjamin Lopez Beltran. Paige Corinne Lotman. Anastasia Elxis Lowe. Petya Ilyeva Lozanova. Diego Amado Luciano. Cody Michael Ludwig. Cassandra Rose Luna. Gracie Frey Lund. Thomas Joseph Hunter Lunsford. Aaron Melody Lyons. Kelsey Jewel Lyons. Lawson Eric Moz. Gabriel Anthony Madrid. Heriberto Magana. Yaere Nayeli Magana. Taylor Ann Maldonado. Mason Cesar Manetta. Dominic William Mangino. Peter Sam Samer Mansour. Sydney Helene Marine. Catherine Ann Martin. James Matthew Martinez. Laura Faye Martinez. Ethan James Martinson. Carlos Alvaro Mateos Arena. Casey Blake May. Casey Mariah Mayorga, Miguel Ngugi Mbua, Caitlin Gabriella McCarty, Maximus Aless McDowell, George Louis Ty McElroy III, Savannah Sky McFarland, Nathan Alexander McGovern, Mason Alexander McGyver, Noah Ryan McKinney, Jessica Marie McKissick, Michelle Sue McMichael, Cameron Michael Mayer, Millie Meha Nava, Kobe Seth Melendez, Joel Solis Menchaca, Israel Mendoza, Rowan Michael Mangle Mongeras, Phoenixia Princessa Miraz, Colin Thomas Messinger, Aaron Mestre de Olarte, Ethan Michael Mezaros, Anthony Hansen Meyer, Carolina Guadalupe Meza, Mary Lucia Milan, Christopher Logan Miller, Kenneth Ray Miller III, McKay Laker Miller, Timothy James Miller Jr., Donovan Alexander Mills, Samantha Renee Minyard, Cyrus Jonah Midipoke, Anastasia Danielle Montoya, Caitlin Lacey Moore, Victoria Christine Moran, James Lorenzo Morrison, Savannah Ray Mosh, Isabella Lillian Moya, Jillian Marie Murphy, Jessica Rose Murrieta, Daniel Ngasia Mwangi, Hayden William Myler, Hugh Milton Nash Jr., Kamal Nassar Nassar, Caitlin June Navarrete, Olivia Mackenzie Nelson, Tanner Eric Nelson, Francia Poala Navarez Briseño, James Dean Neville, Simone Summer Newman. Kevin Duck Nguyen. Brandon Thomas Nichols. Mark Lee Nickel. Skylar Allen Nickel. Sergio Ivan Nieto. Madison Nicole Niffenegger. Bryce Robert Niles. Brandon Beza Noble. Kayla May Norrid. Lily Renee Norrid. Melody Faith Nunez. Brendan Daniel O'Brien. Gavin Patrick O'Hearn. Matthew Lawrence O'Shaughnessy. Haley Grace Ochoa. Jessica Marie Oler. Kaylin Leslie Oland. William Rex Auckland. Dominic James Olenchuk. Andre Alcion Olivares. Summer Ann Omerza. Braden Dane Orantia. Skylar Brent Orantia Stricker. Aiden Tanner Oric. Isenia Lorena Ortega. Anthony James Ortiz. Elena Clorinda Ortiz. Diego Ortiz Islas. Ruben Vicente Osorio. Carla Janeth Osorio Orduno. Michelle Pacheco Benza. Brian Pacheco Green. Analia Rose Paja. Alani Samantha Palma. Jackson Severiano Pastores. Christian Caleb Patrick. Madison Renee Payne. Leighton Andres Pedler. Cesar Hugo Pedregon. Enun Ethan Pena. Jean Michael Pena. Dylan James Penning. Noemi Perez. Tyler Evan Pernal. Jacobine Hornseth Peterson. Rebecca Joan Peterson. Samuel Lars Peterson. Brendan Derek Petershagen. Tyler Aaron Peterson. Brooke Pauline Fingston. Andre Lorenzo Phillips. Anthony Stanley Phillips. Ava Grace Pickron. Laura Lynn Platchek. Bradley Joseph Plimmer. Hayden Eric Poe. Caitlin Taylor Poledna. Nevea Angelina Pollard. Hannah Maureen Pond. Andrea Porras Perez. Bailey Mikkel Porter. Zachary Ryan Priest. Catherine Han Lee Prus. Riley Edwin Purser. Jacob Isaiah Quinones. Nicholas Ryan Rahauga. Kathleen Elise Ragno. Efrain Jr. Ramirez. Delilah Isabel Ramos. Hannah Ashley Randall. Tanner Chet Randall. Darren Ray Rankin. Moira Saloni Ray. Denver Thomas Rail. Jacqueline Ashley Reyes Garcia. Windia Reddy. Madison Scahill Reeves. Hope Laura Riley. Mallory Ann Reese. Emmanuel Reynoso Avila. Eric William Rich. Dane Collins Richardson. Brandon Marcus Ryder. Dalton Randall Ridgely. Laura Samara Rivera. Ramses Rivera II. David Rivera Mendoza. Alana Marie Rivers. Samantha Rose Rogers. Jahira Mercedes Rodriguez. Rodriguez Delgado Ruben Jesus. Brandon Mikkel Rogers. Eliza May Rogers. Trevor James Rogerson. Samantha Ray Romero. Bodie Ryland Rorvik. Stella Marie Rose. Jonathan Eric Rosenbarker. Matthew Clay Rosenbarker. Joseph Dylan Roth. Grace Elizabeth Roy. Kevin William Rubenstein. Pamela Rubio Islas. Tevin Lee Rush. Alexander Joseph Rusk. Ethan Carter Russell. Ruby Kathleen Ryan. Antonio Montoya Sane. Alyssa Michelle Says. Marco Antonio Salazar. Isabella Salgado Ramirez. Carly Rose Sampron. Angelina Lucero Sanchez. Anthony Valenzuela Sanchez. Logan James Sanchez. Haley Lynn Sanders. Alex Isaac Sandoval. Jacob Pierce Santiago. Caitlin Michelle Santos. Ethan Michael Scavo. Nathan Todd Schermitzler. Braden Allen Shield. Cole Nathan Schiller. Eviana Rose Shipper. Peyton Schlegel. Joshua Stephen Showmaker. Hayden Allen Schomer. Benjamin David Schutz. Mason Riley Schweitzer. Henry Eric Schwenkert. Amir Christopher Scott. Christopher Joe Scroggins Jr. Jared Wayne Secula. Micah Sue Sellers. Caleb Riley Serrano. Joshua Gamaliel Serrano Flores. Angelina Estela Sevilla. Andrew Michael Shackman. Morgan Marie Shattuck. Wyatt Stephen Shaw. Angel Genesis Ciceros. Riley Joy Marie Siegler. Jana Leanne Simeon. Noeli Montserrat Semancas Ortiz. Logan Stephen Sinclair. Phoebe Quinn Skidmore. Ashley Ann Smith. Brendan Michael Smith. Brooklyn Nicole Smith. Dalen Dean Smith. Ethan Kennedy Rochelle Smith. Trey Smith. Stephen Michael Smolka. Brian Spencer Snook. Cassandra Guadalupe Sosa Garcia. Maxwell James Spear. Kylie L. Spencer. Paige Renee Spoelman. Benjamin Lloyd Stahl. Bryce Stephen Stahl. Marissa Grace Stahl. Carson Noble Standridge. Jessica Ray Harlan Stans. Sydney Jean Stang. Colin James Stedman. Cheyenne Elizabeth Steele. Nicholas Vincent Stell. John Gregory Stenberg. Marco Stevanovich. Andrew Maximus Stevens. Corbin Allen Stevens. Marley Lynn Stevens. Dylan Ross Stimack. Jade Elizabeth Stradling. Madison Catherine Stivart. Alexa Marie Subert. Caleb Nicholas Sullivan. Allison Sun. Sarah Kaylee Swanson. Jeremiah Paul Sykes. Joanna Jasmine Tabarez Escorcia. Bradley David Takamoto. Angelina Susan Talamontes. Marcus Julian Talty. Lance Cameron Tanner. Gabriel Isaac Taormina. Jenna Saulofa Taumanu. Christian Daniel Taylor. Joseph Steele Taylor. Alex Tejeda Corral. Andrew Tejeda Corral. Tiffany K. Techouts. Damian Tellis Camarena. Blake Hunter Tenney. Landon Dean Theobald. Elizabeth Diane Thomas. Julius James Peter Thomas. Alexis Marie Thompson. Jacob Tyler Thompson. Sage Garrett Thompson. Wyatt Kyler Thompson. Max Matthew Thornton. Lindsay Winona Thrain. Ty Lewis Webb Thurlow. Rajpal S. Tiger. Anthony Michael Timpani. Truman Lyle Torbenson. Alejandro Ricardo Torres. Brenda Miranda Torres. Brittany Deirana Torres de Leon. Avery Thomas Toscano. Emily Tran. Jacob Adam Trent. Ashley Elizabeth Trogan. Logan Marcel Tucker. Ellie McKay Turley. Samuel David Udall. Maya Storm Urgula. Catalina Grace Valdez. Matthew Isaac Valdez. Cristela Marisol Valenzuela. Ken Alonzo Valenzuela. Sarah Marie Vanderen. Ashley Ray Van Cor. William Thomas Vanderlinden. Emily Renee Vanderlinden. Alexandra Monique Vasquez. Vincent Andrew Vasquez. Matthew Scott Vavra. Brandon Vicente Vasquez Hernandez. Michaela May Vega. Haven Blue Destin Vela. Amelia Madison Velasquez. Dalia Noel Vera. Catherine Therese Veselovsky. Jalen Rose Vickery. Rhiannon Victoria Vierson. Morpheus Villa. Abril Adriana Villalobos. Charisma Araceli Villalobos. Nicholas Antonio Villalobos. Kaylin Ann Wade. Jason Keith Wagner. Maxwell Dennis Waldron. Caitlin Melissa Walton. Christopher Mark Warhurst. Blake Matthew Warner. Haley Lauren Warner. Braden Christopher Watkins. Ashley John Watson. Allison Angel Webb. Amy Rose Welsh. Michael Kamale Welly. Mealani Kapalakanaka West. Elizabeth Grace White. Isaac Talon White. Colin Bain Whitelock. Rebecca Faith Whittington. Catherine Marie Wiggins. Jameson Rain Wilcox. Devin Tyler Wild. Dominic Lorenzo Wilkins. Jonathan Edward Williams. Marquise Jamel Williams. Matthew Kessler Williams. Trey Camden Williams. Tyler Tate Williams. Caitlin Ann Williams Helm. Nathan Ellen Williamson. Esperanza Grace Wilson. Jared Harold Wilson. Lainey Ann Wilson. Clara Gail Wolf. Cody John Wu. Samantha James Woodhouse. Sydney Ann Woodhouse. Alexa Nicole Working. Tyler Kenneth Yancey. Justin Hill Yelverton. Caleb Joel Yingling. Sang Chohung Yip. Aubrey May Yob. Reese Kennedy Yoakum. Brenna Reese York. Jeremy Ronald Zelinsky. Jacob Elijah Zuniga.
Good evening, class of 2020. I'm Mackenzie Stein, one of your senior senators. At the conclusion of my speech, I want you to step outside and direct your eyes towards Red Mountain. The lights are on and the celebration is about to begin. We want to celebrate with a fireworks show for you, the class of 2020. This all still feels surreal if you ask me, but with all 3 3/4 year of high school, we've made it. At the beginning of the year, my co-senator, Colin Stedman, and I were asked to find a class motto. We landed on a quote by Dr. Seuss. You're off to great places, today is your day, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Back then, we didn't know this is how we would be ending our year. But I still find importance in our motto. Our mountain is still waiting. Just because we didn't get the normal graduation we've always dreamed of doesn't mean our life is ruined. We are just getting started. That all being said, I am currently the only thing holding us back from being official graduates, so let's get a move on. Please make sure your tassel is on the right side. I hope we can all still count because I want you to count down with me from 5, and when we get to 0, move your tassel from right to left. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go outside, look towards Red Mountain, and throw your cap in the sky. Congratulations, class of 2020.